Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Joke Rogers on the program today. Interest groups from Borno State stormed the National Assembly demanding the immediate reinstatement of Senator Ali Ndume. Abuja High Court strikes out the ICPC's 6-count charge of corruption against former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godstay Orubebe. And the Borno State government allocates 500 hectares of land for the siting of a military university. We begin in Abuja, where a High Court has struck out the 6-count charge preferred against the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Mr. Godstay Orubebe, by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, the ICPC. Mr. Orubebe, who served under former President Goodluck Jonathan, and 3 other defendants were accused of alleged complicity in a 1.97 billion naira contract fraud. Trial Judge Justice Olukayode Adeniyi discharged and acquitted them today following the withdrawal of the charge by the prosecution. The court had earlier given the anti-graft agency till today to produce its witnesses to establish that the defendants diverted the funds meant for the compensation of owners of properties on the Acquits urban section of the East-West Road in Acquits, Borno State. A coalition of interest groups from Borno State have staged a protest at the National Assembly demanding the immediate reinstatement of Senator Ali Ndume. The protesters, who arrived with placards criticizing the Senate's decision to suspend him, vowed not to leave the complex until their demands are met. Last week, the lawmakers suspended Senator Ndume for masterminding the investigations into allegations of forgery against the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, and a senator from Kogi State, Dino Melaye. The decision to suspend Senator Ndume was taken after the Senate Committee on Ethics absolved Dr. Saraki of the allegations of importing a Range Rover SUV without paying appropriate import duties and also forging import documents. Senator Melaye was also cleared of the allegations of false claims of having graduated from the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria.
Why the National Assembly suspend Ndume? They want to tell us that we don't have representation for the past 6 months. There's no place in this country where a legislator will be suspended for more than 14 days. It's there in the Constitution. We see no reason why Saraki must go. He knows what we did to him before he became the Senate President.
What the National Assembly did is corruption. Yes, so we are totally against it. Yes, the suspension of Ndume. Yes. The suspension of Ndume does not follow due process. Yes, the man did not commit any crime. Yes, and the leadership of the APC have to wake up from their slumber. Yes.
The Cross River State House of Assembly has ordered the immediate relocation of herdsmen grazing within Calabar and its environs to approved grazing areas. According to the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable John Gull Lebo, the herdsmen should go and pay for specific land locations where the weather and other environmental conditions are comfortable for cattle rearing, rather than dwell in communities where their cattle feed on people's farmland. This decision was taken following the recent attack by herdsmen in Odupani local government area of the state, which left 1 person dead and several others injured.
We don't want to have cattle rearers live within agricultural farmland and within neighborhood where people live because of the danger that it will pose to our people. It's not part of our culture. If you check within our people they have goats, they have domestic animals, and then they create a cage. You don't go to communities in crossbars and find goats and chickens roaming around. So they have that. It's part of our culture. So this current situation is strange for us. We are not kidnapping because the House of Assembly passed a resolution to mandate the various security agencies. First is to enable the Traditional Rulers Council, the Fulani, Hausa Fulani community leadership, and the Traditional Rulers Council to have to meet immediately and find a solution. And number 2 is to also, in the emergency, for the relevant authorities, local government and the security agencies to evacuate those Fulani headmen wherever they are.
Meanwhile, a joint committee set up by the governors of Benue and Nasarawa states to rehabilitate communities destroyed by herdsmen attacks have donated relief materials to affected families in the Agatu area of Benue State. Spokesperson of the committee, Mr. Abu Edo, appealed to the people to always embrace peace while government seeks more ways to rehabilitate them.
Returnees to Agatu community and years away from home after several attacks by herdsmen. They're picking up the pieces of their lives and their accommodation and means of livelihood. And it's all because of the combined donation of 30 million naira by the Benue and Nasarawa state government.
The 30 million was released, and then we have over 1,200 bundles of zinc and then 30 bundles of aluminum roofing sheet to roof 3 primary schools. And we have 1,000 packets of roofing nails worth over 29.3 million. And we made a provision for handling and other things worth over 600,000 naira. The balance will be used for security and other logistics.
The people do not just appreciate the gifts and support, they look forward to living in peace in their community.
We have to get every other things. We will not look back of what we have passed through. We have to support the governor too, and also support ourselves, being the Agatu indigene, to make sure we make peace in this land.
Thank you.
Because if we say we will continue fighting, it will never bring peace. If we can remember, last year ago, thousands of people died. And if we continue dying, are we going to gather like this?
As the people of Agatu settle down, they continue to ask the government to protect them against further attacks.
The Borno State government has allocated 500 hectares of land to the Nigerian Army to establish a military university. The university would be an upgraded version of the Army's Institute of Technology and Environmental Study. Speaking at his quarterly meeting in Maiduguri, Borno State, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, explains that the time has come for military personnel to be more open to technology to handle terrorism.
Top-ranking officers all waiting to hear the next command from the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai. And when he mounts the podium, he tells the officers that the time is running out and the war against terror should be brought to a close. But before then, there's need for more training of Army personnel to build capacity in the area of indigenous technology.
The Nigerian Army Institute of Technology and Environmental Studies is being upgraded to Nigerian Army University. The university is being conceived as a unique university that will be different from other conventional universities in Nigeria. The concept is to make it a solution provider and a center of excellence for a variety of technically related ventures, such as power generation and armament production.
This may be the military's way of checking insurgency, but the UNICEF country representative does not share the same view, as he argues that the best way of bringing insurgency to a close is by rehabilitating women and children displaced during the period of insurgency.
We are ready to work with the state of Borno and the state of the government of the other states that are involved into this conflict to make sure that we together join our hands and invest in the children of this state affected by this conflict.
The government of Borno State believes that the military has sacrificed a lot in getting the areas under Boko Haram watch back to the authorities. And for them, whatever it takes to improve the army and other arms of the armed forces will be supported by the state government.
On our part, as a state government,
We embark on massive infrastructure development of education institutions across the state. And this will continue until all our schools have been renovated so as to create a conducive learning environment for our children.
Nothing is too much to give for peace to reign, and that's why the army is preparing its men for the challenges ahead by making sure they acquire the right knowledge for capacity building.
When we come back on news across Nigeria, we'll turn our attention to party politics as the APC meets in Kogi State to reconcile aggrieved members. In a moment, please stay with us.